If you've ever had to manage payroll or treasury in Web3, you know the headache, right? You're constantly moving funds between different chains just to get your team paid. Well, today we're looking at a tool called DenBridge that's designed to fix exactly that. It takes a simple asset bridge and turns it into a complete professional workflow. And this really gets right to the heart of it. DenBridge isn't just about moving your crypto from point A to point B. Nope, it's an entire infrastructure console for your whole operation. It does two critical things at once. It bridges your money from Ethereum over to stocks, and then it lets you immediately use it for mass payouts. The best part? It's all done with a single signature, and you get verifiable receipts for everything. So why do we even need a tool like this? Well, honestly, because for most people, the way we do this right now is completely broken. I mean, sure, moving liquidity is technically possible, but in the real world, it's this choppy, frustrating experience that any ops manager knows way too well. And this really shows you the problem perfectly. On the left, you've got this messy reality that so many teams face. You bridge your funds, and then what? You land on stacks, and you're kind of left guessing what to do next. You end up paying people one by one, which is slow, full of friction, and this is the real killer. You have no clear auditable trail. DenBridge just gets rid of all that chaos and replaces it with one single connected workflow. You're in control from start to finish. And that brings us right to the solution. DenBridge is designed to tackle that chaos head-on by unifying the entire path. It's not just a tool for a one-off transaction. It's a professional-grade operational console built for business processes you're going to repeat over and over again. So what does an operational experience actually mean here? Well, it means every single step is connected. From the very moment you move your funds off Ethereum to the second your team on Stacks gets paid, it all happens in one logical flow. There's no guesswork. And every single action you take leaves a verifiable trace on-chain. Okay, so let's walk through the whole journey. Let's see exactly how this unified flow works in practice, from start to finish. It really all comes down to these 4 simple stages. First, you connect 2 wallets, an EVM wallet for your USDC on Ethereum and your Leather wallet, which is your operational wallet on Stacks. Just doing that connects the 2 worlds right from the get-go. Now, during that funding step, something pretty cool happens behind the scenes. When you deposit your USDC, there's this automated service called a relayer that's watching everything. This relayer is what makes the bridge so reliable. It keeps an eye on your deposit and makes sure that the right amount of USDCx gets minted over on Stacks. It gives you that confirmation you need that the cross-chain part of your job actually worked. And this is the real game changer for anyone who has to do mass payouts. 1. That's it. That's how many signatures you need for an entire payroll run. It doesn't matter if you're paying 10 people or 100. You just load up a CSV file and you approve the entire batch with one single click. Just think about how much friction that removes, compared to signing dozens and dozens of individual transfers. But look, moving the money is only half the battle, isn't it? For any real business operation, we're talking grants, payroll, investor reporting. You need proof. You need solid evidence that the payments were actually made and received. This is the question that keeps finance and ops teams up at night. How do you provide a clean, auditable record? Because let's be honest, a screenshot of a block explorer just isn't going to cut it when you're managing a real treasury. DenBridge answers that question with this: actual on-chain receipts. The console automatically tracks the status for every single person in your batch payment. It shows you if a payment is queued up, if it's been broadcast, or if it's fully confirmed on-chain. You get this super clear table with transaction hashes, and you can export the whole report as a CSV or a JSON file. Now that is the auditable evidence you need. So let's just quickly summarize what really makes this approach so different. There are a few key things that make DenBridge a true infrastructure-level tool. It really comes down to these 4 things. First, you get that end-to-end connected flow that doesn't just leave you hanging after the bridge. Second, you get massive efficiency from on-chain batch payments with just one signature. Third, you get reliability thanks to that permitted relayer that makes sure your transactions never get lost. And finally, you're getting real infrastructure, not just a nice-looking website, but the smart contracts, the back-end service, and the console, all built for serious operations.
When you put it all together, it's actually pretty simple. DenBridge combines the functions of a bridge, a treasury, and a payroll system all into one seamless, logical flow.
And that really just leaves us with one final question to think about. When you look at your own cross-chain operations, are they running with this level of clarity, efficiency, and auditability? Because the tools to make it happen are clearly starting to show up.